For now at 7, President Trump is set to hold last-minute talks to avoid a government shutdown as Democrats push for health care funding and Republicans back a short-term deal.
And a deadly attack on a Latter-day Saints church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. An ex-Marine crashing into the building, then opening fire on worshipers, killing at least 4 people. The latest on that investigation is still ahead.
And a new robot is changing the game for spinal surgery at a children's hospital. It guided every move during a teen's scoliosis procedure, and it made it safer, faster, and more precise. Find out how this technology is helping kids get back on their feet, literally.
Also, we'll have a special guest from Dairy Queen, actually it's 2 this morning, talking to us about a brand new Dr. Pepper barbecue patty melt combo. It's a collab. Stay tuned for that and some sweet treats as well.
Sounds delicious. We got some beautiful ice cream weather to just get outside and just maybe enjoy some outdoor plans. I'll show you all the forecast details coming up in your forecast. So stay right there because Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus starts right now.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Our top story this Monday morning, at least 4 people are dead and several others hospitalized after a shooting and a fire at a church in Michigan on Sunday morning. Investigators say the suspect drove a vehicle through the front doors before opening fire on those worshipers, then deliberately set that building ablaze. Authorities say the suspect is now dead, but many questions remain, including the motive and whether more victims may still be unaccounted for inside that church. We'll have more on this story in just a few.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks so much for staying with us here on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Jesus Martinez.
Yes, we're so glad you're with us on this Monday morning. I'm Dana Dixon. Want to get over to meteorologist Joel Robinson in the Weather Center. It's looking beautiful as folks wake up on this Monday.
Absolutely. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous skies out there, clear skies at that, and I think that'll continue to be the case as we head into the rest of today and potentially into the rest of the week. We do have some cloud cover that will be moving in on Tuesday, but otherwise lots of sunshine in this forecast and temperatures this morning starting out in the upper 50s to low 60s. We got 65 at our warmest temperature right now in Jacksonville. We got 59 degrees this morning in Nacogdoches, 59 in Hemphill. We got 62 in the Rose City, and then we also got 59 degrees in Athens. And our dew points still in the upper 50s to low 60s across the area, making it feel a lot more comfortable out there. It's a great morning to get out and just bike around for sure. Honestly, any time of day is going to be pretty good. It might get a little bit toasty this afternoon, but this morning, green bikes, clip in and go all the way through this morning, all the way through 11 a.m. We'll be up to about 79 degrees by then. It's beautiful weather going forward here. We got some clouds that'll be moving in on Tuesday. Then sunshine makes a return on Wednesday through the rest of the week. Temperatures aiming for near 90 degrees by Wednesday and possibly into Thursday. I'll show you how long that'll last in your 7-day forecast coming up.
It's 4 minutes after 7 now. At least 4 people are dead and 8 hurt after a man smashed his pickup truck into a Michigan church yesterday.
And police say he then started shooting and set the building on fire, eventually killed in a shootout with police. CBS's Tina Krause has more on this story.
Flames and heavy smoke rose from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan after the early morning attack.
I need manpower up here ASAP. I have people trapped in the building. Repeat, people trapped in the building.
It happened during Sunday morning service. Police arrived within 30 seconds of a 911 call.
I saw 4 tarps at the time. I don't know what's left there now, but 4 body tarps. The church is engulfed in flames, not much left of it.
Police identified the gunman as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, a Marine veteran from the nearby town of Burton. They say 2 American flags were in his pickup truck that crashed through the church doors before he opened fire on hundreds of worshipers with an assault rifle.
They were shielding the children who were also present within the church, moving them to safety.
Police say the suspect used some sort of accelerant to start the fire and had explosive devices with him. The FBI is calling the shooting an act of targeted violence.
You never know what a person is going through, and you never know what is going on in a person's mind.
Authorities say officers chased the gunman after he left the church and killed him in a shootout. Tina Krause, CBS News.
And police say 2 of the victims were found in the burned out debris of the church. Some people are still unaccounted for this morning. The death toll could rise. Meanwhile, closer to home, an investigation is underway this morning in Wills Point after a person was found dead with a gunshot wound inside a home yesterday evening. According to the Grand Saline Sun, Wills Point Police Chief Aaron Long said this happened on Bull Durham Road, that's just north of town. Right now, investigators don't have any suspects or a clear motive, and they're still working this case with the Texas Rangers and the Van Zandt County District Attorney's Office.
A multi-county chase ends after the wheels fell off a suspect's truck, and we've learned a 17-year-old was behind the wheel at the time. Trinity police say the teen reached speeds of up to 100 miles per hour while avoiding spike strips. His truck came to a stop in Hardin County after being chased in Tyler, Polk, Houston, and Trinity counties. Thankfully, no one was injured in the chase.
Meanwhile, Panola County Sheriff is facing a citation after a crash in Tatum sent one woman to the hospital. According to our paper partners at the Tyler Morning Telegraph, police say Sheriff Ronald Cutter Clinton ran a stop sign last week and hit an SUV at the intersections of Highway 149 and 43. The driver was hospitalized but is expected to be okay. Clinton was not hurt and has been cited for this violation.
Well, you may recall that deadly shooting at a Dallas ICE facility that left one detainee dead and two others fighting for their lives. Well, this morning we're hearing from the wife of one of the survivors who says she found out about the shooting hours after it happened. The Dallas County Medical Examiner identified the man killed as 37-year-old Norland Guzman Fuentes. Two other detainees were shot, including Miguel Angel Garcia, whose wife Stephanie Goffany says he's a loving husband and a father to 4 children with another on the way. Goffany says she had no idea her husband was being transferred from the Tarrant County Jail to the ICE facility. Hours after the shooting is when she found out that he was in the hospital, and she was later told he'd been shot 8 or 9 times.
I really don't like seeing his picture around everywhere. It hurts me, I will tell you that. And I'd rather see my husband's picture on there, you know, for everyone to see, know who he is, and as a person, not just a victim, not just someone that was shot.
Officials say the gunman, 29-year-old Joshua John, opened fire from a nearby rooftop, targeting law enforcement officials. All 3 victims were detainees. The FBI says John died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Well, a shocking discovery at the Charlotte, North Carolina airport. The body of a stowaway was found near the landing gear of an American Airlines flight. Crews performing maintenance after the plane landed from Europe found that body. Aviation analysts say stowing away on a commercial plane almost always leads in death due to the extreme dangers and conditions the person faces exposed inside the wheel well. But a death investigation right now is underway.
9 minutes after 7 now, time for your morning headlines. Ukraine is reeling after one of the biggest aerial attacks since the war began. Russia launched more than 600 drones and dozens of missiles overnight, striking Kyiv and other cities. At least 4 people were killed, including a 12-year-old girl, as homes and neighborhoods were reduced to rubble. Poland scrambled fighter jets as the assault rattled nerves across Europe. The strikes are the latest reminder that a ceasefire is nowhere in sight, and the war's toll on civilians is growing. New data from the Federal Reserve shows a record number of Americans have their money tied up in the stock market. 45% of household financial assets were invested in stocks during the second quarter. That's the highest level ever. Much of it is through retirement funds, but economists warn that the trend is risky. A market downturn could hit wallets hard at a time when inflation lingers and the job market is shaky. Analysts say the wealthy stand to weather the storm, but middle and lower income families could be left exposed. It was a Sunday slugfest at AT&T Stadium, and when the dust settled, the Cowboys and Packers walked away in a tie, 40-40. Yeah, Micah Parsons returned to face his former team, but it was offense stealing the spotlight. Dak Prescott and Jordan Love traded late-night game drives while Brandon McManus nailed the field goal at the final seconds to force overtime. Now, both teams had chances in this one, but in the end, no winner, no loser either. Just a Texas-sized stalemate under the lights on Sunday. And we now know who's going to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. It's Bad Bunny, taking the stage with his Latin trap beats to the NFL's biggest night. And the Grammy-winning superstar will take the stage for the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara next February, fresh off a record-breaking residency in Puerto Rico and leading all nominees for this year's Latin Grammys. The global hitmaker is set to make history as the first all-Spanish language artist to anchor the halftime spotlight. You can expect big energy, global flavor, come Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, that is.
Looking forward to it. All right, 7-Eleven on this Monday morning. Let's take a look at our question of the day today. Do you prefer coffee or an energy drink? It is National Coffee Day, so.
Coffee all the way.
Yeah, coffee. I mean, I tried to do an energy drink and I was just so jittery. It was so bad.
What did you have?
I forget what it was, but I just had a little bit of it and I was just like, all right, I'm going to run some laps now.
For me, it's the flavor. It tastes like, I don't know, like vitamin-y to me for some reason.
What did you have?
I've had several and none of them suited my
Appease you?
taste buds. Coffee all the way, give it to me all day, every day, I much prefer.
I feel like mine was like space themed or something.
Was it a Celsius?
No.
Because I could pull one out of the mini fridge because there's like probably 6 in there that I bought over
it
the
was
over the
it was a
months.
unique one that I had never really saw before, but
Interesting.
it was.
Yeah, I don't like the way it
running
makes
laps.
me feel either. Coffee is plenty. It's all I need to get me going.
I need me a good energy drink. Like I'll have a coffee in the morning, but if I'm doing anything else more after that and I'm not going to bed, I'll do me a good Celsius. Now Alani's I can't do. Those are a little too sugary for me. Celsius.
They all taste very sweet to me. It's like, but fake sweet.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good though. It's good though.
Well, I don't know how the traffic's looking out there as we get ready to go into about 7:15 this morning, a few minutes from that, but hopefully it's smooth sailing.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth sailing across much of the area. Let's take a look at our CBS19 on-scene unit this morning. Let's bring you on over. We're on Loop 323 this morning in Tyler. We got some traffic starting to pick up just a little bit. The sun is out. It is gorgeous. We got some clear skies. Road conditions are nice and dry and should be pretty good as you head out the door. As for I-20, well, still in pretty good shape there as well. We got 2 hours over to Dallas still and a 90-minute commute over to Shreveport, aka an hour and 30 minutes. We also have an hour and 30 minutes to get down to Lufkin if you want to take US 69 south, and about a 2.5-hour commute up to Denison if you decide to head that far to the north. Jacksonville to Nacogdoches still is going to be about 50 minutes to get there. Tyler to Longview picking up just a little bit. We got a 45-minute commute now. As for Tyler to Palestine, also picking up just a little bit, 55 minutes there. Also Tyler to Athens, it's going to be a little bit longer there, about 55 minutes. Now, as we just saw in our CBS19 on-scene unit, it is a gorgeous clear sky out there, making our CBS19 live radar nice and clean. Got that northeasterly wind holding on. We'll have some more cloud cover moving into the second half of today and into your Tuesday. Got a couple of showers, maybe possible over the Dallas area, but nothing that will be impacting East Texas for today. Now, it should be all clear for this morning, giving you green ×3 for this morning. We'll have green ×3 for this afternoon. Temperatures will be near 87 degrees with that nice mix of clouds and sun.
And I'm giving a green light to ice cream in the morning.
Me
Who
too.
doesn't love a good burger, a good ice cream? And at Dairy Queen, they recently announced this. I don't know if you've seen it, the Dr. Pepper Barbecue Patty Melt, a burger that has everything from onion rings to cheese on it, and of course, a one-of-a-kind barbecue sauce.
It's so good. Here's sure the sweetness and magic, if you want to call it that, about it all is about this new burger is Darren DeSentis and Jordan Gals from Dairy Queen. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
You brought us blizzards maybe about 30 minutes ago. Now we're talking burgers because we're having dessert before the actual meal today, right?
And you can have it with the meal if you want
Yeah.
to. I think that ice cream goes great with it, with a burger.
Absolutely.
Have y'all tried dipping the fries in a blizzard?
We don't, but Penelope, she loves to do it. She gets it. She does it every single time.
Oh, it's good.
It's
Tell
great.
us, who's Penelope?
My oldest daughter,
Yeah.
she's 10 and goes to Andy Woods, and she scored 4 goals last Saturday.
So I guess it works.
It does work.
If you want some energy,
There you go. Dip it
Dip
on
a
in
fry
there.
in there.
Well, good coaching and a fry in a blizzard.
All right. So tell us about this burger. What makes it so unique? You guys got 2 Texas staples, right?
I mean, for me, it's special because we get to work with friends. Shay Tyler and Lauren Tyler are some of our best friends, and so we've partnered with Dr. Pepper and then college football. There's a commemorative cup, obviously fries or tater tots, whatever you'd like, and then, like you said, Texas toast, cheese, bacon, and then the sweet and spicy jalapeno relish, which you don't have to get if you don't want to.
You don't have to, right?
Yeah, and then the onion rings and the Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce.
That's
A lot of
awesome.
Texas flavors in that thing because you got the spicy because we like spicy in Texas, most of us, not Jesus.
Yeah.
And then you've got barbecue sauce, which we also like, and we love hamburgers. And man, do I love some onion rings.
And the Texas toast.
Yeah. Oh, right. And the Texas toast. I mean, that is a Texas-sized burger.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It is. So what was the inspiration behind this item menu?
I mean, so we always have the fall blizzards, right? And like I said before, you look at Starbucks and they have their fall, menu. But I also say I go back to, for me, like I like the basics and the Butterfinger, Reese's, M&M. So if those don't work for you, we have plenty of other options. But for the ladies that like, it seems like ladies like the more fall menu type stuff. The pumpkin pie is just out of this world.
It is really, really good. Tell us about the other flavor as well.
Okay, so the caramel toffee cookie blizzard. Like I said, it's a little bit of praline, a little bit of the blondie brownie pieces, which is pulling more of the vanilla flavor, not so much cocoa that we're used to in the brownie batter and things like that. So it's just a chewy, crunchy, flavorful bite with a little bit of caramel on top.
Oh yeah, it is really, really good. I like them both. Like I said earlier, if you weren't watching on our over-the-air broadcast, I'm not like a huge pumpkin person. I don't dislike it. It's just I don't usually go for it. This one is really, really good, and it tastes like homemade.
Yes, it's cozy.
Can I share with you a story that we shared off air?
Yeah.
So, like, blizzards have been such core memories for my family and I. We've been in the business for over 40-something years, and I can remember my dad getting off long shifts. And so those are 12 ounces, but he had a 32-ouncer. And I'd be running routes. I'd be so happy to see him. It'd be like 10 o'clock at night. He'd have a 32-ounce blizzard and just ripping off passes while I ran routes.
Oh, man.
Football and blizzards and the Texas BBQ patty melt just go hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
do.
Texas traditions, for sure.
Yeah, speaking of the patty melt, is that a limited time burger or is it here to stay?
It's going to be going through mid-October, so get it while you can. That's not going to be here for long, so definitely get in there. Get you a couple weeks, once a week. Here we go.
Call it a day. I asked for mine with extra barbecue sauce. It was definitely worth it.
Well, thanks for letting us try these this morning. I always love ice cream for breakfast.
Good to
Sure. If you're hungry or for more, you can always try it at your local Dairy Queen.
Thanks, Dairy.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey, still ahead this morning, a major new study finds that the COVID vaccine is not only safe for pregnant women, but it could also protect their babies.
And culture clashes are reshaping brand images from Sydney Sweeney's ad to Cracker Barrel backlash. See how students are studying the impact? That's next on Morning Y'all.
It's time for CBS19 Sports.
Hello and welcome to sports. I'm Jimmy Searfoss. We're glad you're with us. It was another great day of football on Sunday here in the United States. How about that? Except that is not America. Football was being played in Ireland yesterday. Steelers took on the Vikings, and it was the Steelers way early on, and they let them know. How about DK Metcalf running all the way home here? Man had 126 yards receiving, and the Steelers 24-21 win over Minnesota. But how about that Ravens versus Chiefs game? Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, two faces of the NFL. This was the first drive of the game. Jackson caps it off with a short pass to Justice Hill. This one one just went in for the touchdown. That's 6 early on for Baltimore. Mahomes took a quarter to get there, but he'd get there eventually. Found Juju Smith-Schuster in the end zone for the touchdown. Chiefs take an early lead in that first half, and they just don't look back after that. Mahomes rolls out here, finds the easy pass to Pacheco. 250th passing career touchdown. He's the youngest guy to ever do it in the NFL. How about that for a milestone? This one is important, though, because, yes, Jackson goes down here, but it would be the one that takes him out of the game. He had a hamstring injury. Cooper Rush filling to replace him. Didn't do that great of a job. It was the offense of the Chiefs that was just too much. Tyquan Thornton, this one's just aura farming at this point. Check that out. And it was all Chiefs after that. They just did it again for good measure at the end. Mahomes tossed 4 touchdowns yesterday, 270 yards. How about that kid from White House? Big win for the Chiefs, 2-2 on the season. And there was a battle of the winless opponents in Houston. The Titans and Texans looking to get something going for their season. And an incredibly painful start for Houston. I mean, watch that. How about that? Painful. This one was broken from the start. This guy's blocking this guy. This guy's blocking his own man. Nobody is leaving this man, or just leaving this man wide open. Jeffrey Simmons just comes straight through, giving C.J. Stroud just about the worst time possible. If you ever think about that, that looks like a really bad time. So was the rest of this game, pretty much. Nothing happened until the fourth quarter. Stroud finally got some opportunities then just to make something happen. He dumps this one off to Woody Marks. He's going to take that one into the end zone, makes it 12-0. How about that for an exciting ball game? Check this one out. Stroud finally had more than a second and a half to make a throw. Look, and he hits Jaden Higgins. 24-yarder to put Houston up even more in the last quarter. Texans end up shutting out the Titans and pick up their first win of the season. Stroud had himself a day, 22 for 28, 2 tutties. And last night, Micah Parsons made his return to Dallas as Green Bay took on the Cowboys. It's been weird seeing him in green all year, even weirder seeing him in green in Jerry's world. This one didn't make a huge difference, though. It was in the first half. He kind of went into the injury tent for a little bit. The Cowboys fought from a hole after the first half, but this one got exciting in the second half and then a little disappointing. 40-40 final, a tie in overtime. Cowboys defense has a lot to figure out. The best player on that team is wearing green right now, but other than that, a lot to figure out there. Let's check in on some of their rivals. How about this? The Commanders walked into Atlanta and just got ran up on. How about Bijan Robinson here? Just going straight up the middle. Washington without Jaden Daniels, and it showed. Commanders lose this one 34-27. Giants got busy with a shiny brand new quarterback. Jackson getting his first start with the Giants yesterday, and the fans were loving it, especially when he picked up his first Giants touchdown of the game. Look at this young man getting a little swag with him, putting on a little dance. After this, Giants took this one 21-18 over the the LA Chargers. How about that? That's all I got for you. Morning, y'all.
All right, Jamie, thanks so much. We're about to step away for a moment while we do our over-the-air break-in for a quick news update.
Yeah, we'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 and CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, all. I'm Jesus Martinez.
And I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. This morning, a Corrigan-Camden football player is in the hospital after experiencing a medical emergency during Friday's game unrelated to the game. Now, this morning, the school district is asking everyone to wear blue to support sophomore Danny Rivera. The community held a fundraiser for him over the weekend, and his family is asking for prayers as well. The district says they are by his side in the Texas Medical Center for what could be a long time.
Well, another East Texas Starbucks location has closed its doors. This comes after the company recently decided to shut down hundreds of stores in the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Now, this one is on South Broadway Avenue, just in front of Target. They shut down over the weekend, and this is the second location in East Texas so far impacted by the closures, with the other one being in Crockett. The company wouldn't give an exact number of stores that are closing so far. And there was a buzz in East Texas last month when a game camera snapped a picture of a black bear just wandering through the piney woods.
Yeah, black bears are more common in western Louisiana and Oklahoma, but as it turns out, this one seems to be enjoying East Texas.
Who wouldn't?
I know, right? The young bear was most recently spotted near the Neches River corridor along Anderson and Cherokee counties. With winter approaching, he's adding weight and ahead of the upcoming winter months and the hibernation period. Game warden Chris Swift says the bear is taking advantage of corn feeders meant to attract deer. Now, if you happen to spot this bear or any other black bear, don't shoot. Bears are protected species in Texas, and killing a bear can result in penalties of up to $10,000. Swift adds that a juvenile male bear could accidentally, though, be mistaken for a wild hog.
A hunter should always take his time, but we're dealing with the pig problem as well. And a big black pig can look very similar to a subadult black bear. Just want everybody to be extra careful and make sure they know what they're shooting at. We don't want this bear accidentally being shot.
Anyone interested in learning more about black bears and how Texans and the animals can coexist with one another, you can find that information on the Texas Department of Parks and Wildlife's website.
We definitely want to know how this weather's going to shape up, though. Joel, how's this week looking? So far, blue skies this morning.
Oh, yeah, that's going to continue to be the case. At least for the first half of today, we'll have a little bit more cloud cover for the second half and into your Tuesday. But temperatures will be aiming for the middle to upper 80s this afternoon. I think we'll see highs near 87. The humidity still staying nice and low for us across the area. Now, speaking of across the area, here's your future temperatures into this afternoon. I have temperatures across the area, at least for the top portion of East Texas. We got middle 80s, potentially some upper 80s across deep East Texas, falling down to the upper 60s, the low 70s, as we do have a blanket of clouds that'll be moving over. Temperatures will be near the same for tomorrow, upper 80s to low 90s, especially over deep East Texas, falling back down into the upper 50s to low 60s, upper 60s for deep East Texas, and then we got upper 80s possible into your Wednesday. And your 7-day forecast is a very quiet one, near 90 degrees by Thursday, however.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. This is what's coming up in our second half hour. Early on July 4th, the Guadalupe River crashed through a Wills home, leaving 7 feet of water in its wake. A family's house survived, but their belongings didn't. We'll show you how the community groups and FEMA are helping them rebuild and the tough decisions still ahead.
Plus, she has lived through more than a century of history, outlived her husband and 3 sons, and today celebrated her 115th birthday. This morning, meet Naomi, the matriarch whose faith, family, and resilience inspired generations.
And your forecast is a pretty quiet one, at least for East Texas. We'll be up to the middle to upper 80s with some cloud cover starting to make its way in. One thing that is definitely not quiet is those tropics. We'll take a look at what's going on there in your forecast on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. Thanks for staying with us on CBS 19 Plus. I'm Dana Dixon.
We're glad you're with us. I'm Jesus Martinez. Right now, we're going to take a live look over Capitol Hill this morning in Washington, D.C. We're just a couple of days away from a possible government shutdown. President Trump is set to meet with congressional leaders later today in a high-stakes push to strike a deal.
At the same time, lawmakers will have to quickly compromise to get a funding bill passed in time to stop a shutdown. CBS News correspondent Tina Kraus has the latest on those negotiations.
The federal government is at risk of a partial shutdown with just 2 days of funding left. Democrats are demanding that any deal include more money for health care.
We want to find bipartisan common ground to find a spending agreement that avoids a government shutdown and actually meets the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being.
Senate Republicans blame Democrats for the impasse, urging them to approve a 7-week spending bill that's expected to be up for a vote tomorrow.
The ball is in their court. There is a bill sitting at the desk in the Senate right now. We could pick it up today and pass it.
Sources tell CBS News President Trump is not optimistic about a quick solution when he meets with congressional leaders later today. He has threatened to lay off federal employees, going beyond temporary furloughs used in past shutdowns. Some Republicans are backing the president's possible approach.
I've criticized Trump on things, but the one thing is on the hiring and firing, I think he's going to win every one of those cases.
Democrats say the president is not doing enough.
He should be doing what presidents do and saying we're going to find a deal to keep the government of the greatest nation on earth open.
The last shutdown was during President Trump's first term, spanning 35 days from December 2018 into January of 2019, making it the longest in U.S. history. Tina Kraus, CBS News, New York.
Republican Senator Rand Paul says he opposes the short-term spending bill, which means Senate Republicans need at least a handful of Democrats to approve it for it to pass. It's 7:33 now. Rebuilding 2 months later, more than 250 homes were damaged by flooding in Kerr County, and homeowners are still struggling to find funding and figure out regulations. Andrew Moore explains what those homeowners are dealing with.
4 a.m. is when it woke us up.
On July 4th, the Guadalupe River forced its way through James Tolliver's bedroom door.
It was sounding like somebody shooting it with a fire hose. It was just bubbling, just boom, 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 boom.
Tolliver and his wife ran to the hallway and started climbing into the attic. He was just a few steps up the ladder when the river started biting at his heels.
The sliding glass door shot off in the living room, and water came through here.
Over the next 3 hours, 7 feet of water came through the house and took nearly everything they owned, but the house stayed put. 2 months later, Tolliver says multiple church groups have come in to help clean out the house and even pay for new doors and windows, and FEMA also provided assistance, but they have a long way to go.
This is just rebuilding the shell of the house.
And at the same time, they don't know if they can repair this cottage on their property because that building is in a floodplain. According to Kerr County rules, in a floodplain, if the cost to repair a structure is less than 50% of its pre-flood value, you can then get a permit to rebuild it as is. But if the cost to repair is 50% or more of the pre-flood value, the owner must make a plan to elevate the structure and bring it up to other code requirements before you get the permit, or they can tear it down. Tolliver says they are still planning to meet with the county to find out.
He'll call me back with a sit-down meeting to confirm.
Meanwhile, after the deadly flooding in Kerr County, East Texas firefighters are being honored for their life-saving rescues there.
The team launched multiple rescue operations that saved 6 lives.
The Long Beach Fire Department was for those who aided in the search and rescue efforts during the deadly July floods in Kerrville. The team spent 14 days deployed, saving 6 lives. The award is the department's highest honor, recognizing extraordinary bravery and sacrifice.
This is their day, and we want to make sure that everybody sees that their sacrifice is not just for the citizens of Longview, but for the entire state.
And then to come back here and see that, you know, all the people that recognized what we had done and our efforts there, that was pretty cool too. None of us do it to be recognized, but it was a pretty special thing to come back and see the impact that we had made, not just in Kerr County, but the fact that everyone here appreciated what we did as well.
Captain Howard also credited the department's investment in water training, that is, and stressed their commitment to staying prepared for any disaster. All right, 7:36 now. The world was very different back in 1910, and 115-year-old Naomi Whitehead has been around to see it all since her birth. We've gone through 2 world wars, 2 pandemics, sent a spaceman, or made it to space, that is, and saw the birth of the civil rights movements, and of course the internet.
Yeah, she celebrated her birthday this week, making her the oldest living person in North America. Here's her incredible story.
2, 1.
Generations of family members surrounded Naomi Whitehead at her nursing home in Greenville, all decked out in pink to celebrate her 115 years. Her secret to a long life?
She was always a good girl. She doesn't drink, she doesn't smoke. She eats right and eats light, and she believes in God.
God, faith, family, hard work.
Dozens of family members made the drive from all over to celebrate her.
We love our family, near and far, so it was a blessing that they came, because we have people from Florida, from Georgia, from Texas, New York.
The Pennsylvania House of Representatives issued a proclamation recognizing Naomi. She moved to Mercer County from Georgia decades ago and moved into assisted living at St. Paul's Senior Living in 2011. Her descendants recalled lots of fond memories of their affectionately nicknamed Big Grandmother.
Just hearing her talk about her history was really heartfelt to me, and it almost made me cry, to be honest, just talking to her about how she grew up, how she moved from south to north.
Yeah, I braided her hair. I braided it down and it went down her back. So it was so amazing to have that moment with her.
Naomi was born on a farm and experienced a lifetime of hard work. She has outlived her husband and 3 sons, but has experienced the far-reaching love of her grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and nieces and nephews.
She's just always grounded our foundation. When I think of her, I think of legacy, honor, faith, just inner strength, just the way she corrals everyone together. Yeah, we just really love her.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Naomi.
I love it. 115 years of eating right and light. That's what he said. Eat right and eat light. I'm gonna take that into consideration.
Right? Yes. Maybe we can all live to 115. She had a whole bunch of support system behind her too.
did.
Friends, family from all over the country.
They were so glad to be with her.
That's pretty impressive. That's amazing.
Well, if you have ever wanted to live inside Barbie's dream house, and as a kid I did, Mandy Taylor has made it happen in the Pink Valley Paradise. Check this out. From pink bedrooms to a pink skating rink, even the kitchen sink is pink. This Airbnb lets guests fully channel their inner Barbie. Guests can dress up, explore 6 bedrooms, a movie theater, and a backyard straight out of Malibu. And yes, boys can play too, yeah. It's a place for nostalgia, laughter, and a little bit, or in this case, a lot of bit of sparkle.
I like that disco ball that they
I know, I was going to mention the disco ball.
Right?
And the appliances, the fridge, the utensils, they're all pink too.
Yeah, real life. I mean, I just wanted to get inside my Barbie dream house
Right.
when I was little,
Make
right?
yourself teeny tiny and get in there.
But that's crazy. Okay, I don't know as an adult if I want to have that experience.
Bring that nostalgia back.
But maybe like a girlfriend's trip or something, that might be a lot of fun.
That would be a perfect Airbnb trip. I wonder if, weird thought, but I wonder if the toilet paper is also pink.
You know? I have no idea.
You know, everything's got to be pink.
The most random of things.
Out of all the
Jesus,
things.
Well, take us
you
to
got
the
the
restroom.
rugs, you know, everything. It's early morning. All
I
right.
don't even know.
All right, let's talk about taking a leap of faith. Brazilian skateboarder Sandro Dias just redefined drop-in. At 50 years old, he skated off a 22-story building, hitting speeds of over 103 kilometers per hour and setting the Guinness World Records for the tallest drop-in and fastest skateboarding stunt. After months of training, he says he didn't expect it to be possible. I wouldn't either, but clearly he made it look easy. Gravity, right? Just a suggestion.
No, thank you.
It helps.
Gravity is a thing, for sure.
So that reminds me of all the roller coasters I don't like. Any ones that go straight down, it's a no. And especially off a building, absolutely no.
So speaking of, Six Flags in Arlington just announced that they're having the fastest biggest roller coaster in North America, I believe.
Yes, it's the first Giga dive coaster. Giga coaster is any coaster between 300 and 400 feet. That's what a Giga coaster
the
is.
drop down, I think they mentioned, was 83 miles an hour. Imagine just 83 mile an hour wind just hitting you in the face.
Yeah, and it's a dive coaster too, so usually those will hang you off the edge for a second and then they'll drop you.
Right, because all big kind of coasters too, they're like, and then you stay there and you're like, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen?
It's the anticipation.
Right, that's the worst part.
You lose your tummy, and hopefully that's it.
I'm excited. I'm going to go visit it. Hopefully we can go out there.
That ship has sailed for me. I'll do some roller coasters, some are fun, but if it's like on the edge of like heart attack, I'm good.
What about a skateboard?
A skateboard?
Yeah, like you did.
No. Like if it's flat on the ground, sure. And then I'll probably fall.
I love me a good adrenaline.
It's only like 5 feet 4 inches to the ground for me, so it's not so bad. All right, coffee lovers, today's your day. It's National Coffee Day, and your favorite chains are serving up some freebies just for you. Dunkin' is offering a free medium coffee through their app. Krispy Kreme, if you're going to be in the Dallas area, is giving away a free medium coffee plus a donut of your choice. All right. Starbucks will throw in 100 bonus points when you buy any brewed coffee, so whether you like it hot, that's me, iced, that's Jesus and Joel, or extra frothy. I think that could be all of us, right? Yeah. This Monday is officially the best day to fuel your caffeine obsession.
And if you like energy drinks, give it to the coffee today.
No, it's coffee all the way. I've still got a little bit left in mine, but I'm savoring it. I try to make it last the whole morning. But sometimes I can't. Today I did.
There you go. Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Got to go with coffee.
And I'll back it up later with another one. But for right now, this is keeping me warm. It's much warmer outside than it is in the studio, but still nice.
That's for sure. And yeah, it's a little bit on the cool side right now. We'll be up to about 87 for today, and that looks to be the case into the next few days as we continue into this week. But before we get into the forecast for East Texas, we got to take a look at the tropics. We got Hurricane Humberto. That's the big story right now. 145-mile-an-hour winds. That's the sustained winds. Not expected to hit the United States. That is some good news, but this was at a Category 5, a very, very intense hurricane that just moved through the area. And again, it's not expected to hit the United States. It's actually supposed to move to the north and to the northeast and eventually weaken altogether. The one thing that we're really going to be watching for to potentially kind of clip the United States is this right here. This is Tropical Storm Imelda. It's very, very disorganized. You don't really see any like eye of this storm at all. It's really just kind of this mess of thunderstorms across the area. We got tropical storm force winds. That's at a minimum of around 40 miles per hour. We have 50 miles per hour here, moving north at about 9 miles per hour. We do have tropical storm warnings off the eastern coast of Florida this morning, but again, it's not expected to completely hit Florida or even the East Coast, but there sure will be some dangerous surf out there and potentially some heavy winds as well. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But as far as the models and the data is concerned, it is expected to move away from the United States. So that's some good news here. Back into East Texas, we're expecting those above average temperatures to continue into the next several days. We have temperatures near 90 degrees. I'll show you what that looks like in your 7-day forecast coming up. We'll be right back.
7:46 this morning. Welcome back. Time for your health check. A large study of over 1 million pregnant women finds that the COVID vaccine is safe for expecting mothers. A Harvard analysis shows pregnant women who received the COVID shot not only had a 58% lower risk of being infected, but they also had a lower risk of stillbirth and preterm birth. Researchers say the study confirms existing research that COVID vaccinations offer significant benefits to both mothers and newborns. In our consumer news this morning, culture wars have pushed products that is off the shelves and into the political fray, from Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle to the Cracker Barrel's Face Off ad. Companies are getting instant feedback if theirs is a love it or leave it branding move. CBS's Christian Benavides takes us inside a marketing class where students are watching the effects play out in real time.
Inside this classroom at Florida International University in Miami, senior Justin Jean-Baptiste and fellow social media marketing students are examining how company branding or rebranding can quickly go wrong.
Cracker Barrel.
Today's case study, Cracker Barrel's recent rebrand fail.
It's more of an old-timey feel, like nostalgia. With the rebrand, I feel like they were kind of leaving that behind.
The backlash quickly blew up on social media.
Facebook and LinkedIn.
FIU Associate Professor Nancy Richmond says it's a sign of the times.
It used to be with branding with more traditional media that you would have about a month in order for a brand to be released, right? And now if you're trying to rebrand, it's immediate with social media.
It's not just Cracker Barrel that's been caught up in controversial rebranding. The conversation got pretty catty when luxury car brand Jaguar decided to eliminate the large cat from its logo and release an entire ad without even showing a car.
They had a complete rebrand with both their logo and with their vehicles. It didn't work very well.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle chains.
On the flip side, American Eagle's Sydney Sweeney ad, which drew mixed reaction online, brought the company a stock bump after President Trump weighed in.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
It's not just coming up with new ideas. It's really looking at who is your target market and what is it that they really want.
That's what The Gap aimed to do with their most recent ad, featuring girl group Cat's Eye. It snagged over 400 million views on social media, and according to the company's CEO, a nearly universal positive response. Brands are now on notice. Whether they hit or miss the mark, they'll know it faster than ever before. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
All right, good morning, everybody. Let's get into your forecast for today. We got temperatures in the middle 80s for this afternoon. We'll have more cloud cover into the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. We'll be about 79 degrees by 11 this morning, and the humidity still staying pretty low out there, so it's going to be feeling a little bit more refreshing out there than, say, maybe 87 degrees and humid. So that is some good news there. We got some northeast winds holding on at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll be in the middle to upper 80s across much of the area for this afternoon. Dropping down not quite as far for tonight, upper 60s to low 70s, thanks to some cloud cover overhead. And then we got temperatures again in the middle to upper 80s, possibly near 90 as we move over deep East Texas. And then the cloud cover moves away. Temperatures fall again into the upper 50s to low 60s, maybe perhaps some upper 60s across deep East Texas. For your Wednesday, middle to upper 80s, near 90, especially across deep East Texas. A lot more of us, however, will have that chance to see some upper 80-degree temperatures. Now, as far as rainfall goes, we are going to be below average there. We are just sunshine all the way here. It's going to be pretty dry. And then those temperatures, again, we just saw those upper 80-degree temperatures to near 90-degree temperatures. That's not only going to be the case for at least the above average part, at least, is not only going to be the case for East Texas, but across a big chunk of the country too. We're going to be about maybe 5 or so degrees above average for the next 6 to 10 days. And even in the meantime, around 5 to maybe even 10 degrees above average. So that is something that we're going to be watching for. Now for tomorrow, again, 87 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, not a chance of rain in the forecast. And for the next 9 days after that, your CBS 1+9 day forecast here shows a very quiet forecast, mostly sunny skies. Temperatures near 90 degrees for Thursday. And then we stick around in the upper 80s, still staying not very humid. We got lots of sunshine here. Temperatures a little bit on the warm side, but thankfully, thanks to that humidity, we're going to be just a little bit more comfortable.
All right, Joel, thanks so much. Let's take a break from the news and weather right now and get back to our morning question of the day. It's simple. In honor of National Coffee Day, do you prefer coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee, 100%.
Coffee, for me.
It's just that simple. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say.
I'm the odd one out to this one.
Yeah, you prefer energy drinks?
Yes, I would.
Because why? That's what I always ask my children.
Yeah,
because
why?
It tastes a little bit better.
Oh, no.
It doesn't leave that bitter taste in your mouth.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I also love the other question that we have over on our Facebook page is like how you take your coffee. Although I feel like we need a couple more categories because I feel like there's some people that take it way like more creamy than the last D.
That's
you'll
the
have to go over to
creamiest one.
Facebook. Yeah,
a lot of people are saying there's hardly an in-between. It's just all A or almost all D, like all black coffee or like...
Because I think there are some more shades in there that we didn't add in.
Right.
Because there's a point when it gets too creamy for me and I'm like, nope.
Nope.
That turned a corner, that's just now sweetness and not coffee. I like it to be not too light, but not too
overly
dark.
sweet.
Yeah, no, I'm like somewhere in the middle.
We have some people actually on our Facebook page answering this water cooler question. Good morning. I probably need a coffee or a Celsius drink, but they're saying, Linda says, I don't drink either. So some people just
that don't.
truck it through. Autumn says coffee in the morning, but Celsius in the afternoon. I have to agree with that one.
Can't do
Energy
it.
drink in the afternoon if I'm staying up.
Trying to switch to water at that point.
Yeah. I was like, who said this? I was like, oh, I said this. I love the Celsius. I was like, I like Celsius too. Who said that?
What this answer says.
This is great. Mata, our boss, said coffee for sure. It's natural, less sugary. And Barbara saying there's only one correct answer. She's going with y'all saying coffee.
That's right.
There you go. There's
go
something
Barbara, go Mara.
There's something nostalgic about coffee too. I don't know about y'all.
The Folgers commercial.
Yeah, and just like I remember just growing up and seeing my, my grandma just eat coffee, drink coffee. Maybe I need a coffee too. I think I'll definitely get one later.
There is that smell of coffee when it's
in the
like
morning,
dripping in the morning. You get a little less
sound.
of that.
Yeah, the sound of the coffee maker.
The sound.
I will say, even walking to a coffee shop too, it smells great.
It smells so good. It's like the best candle ever, except it's real life.
It's real life, and you can taste it. This one you can for real, whatever way you want. Not the candle, but the coffee at least.
Celebrate National Coffee Day however you wish. Cold, iced. I don't know. There's so many
something
flavors
nice.
now. Right, something nice. All these things, like just Starbucks the other day, and I'm like, what's a cortado?
Right.
I'm scared to order it because I don't know what it is, but it's probably good. I don't know.
You have to try it. The pistachio one is really good, though.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that pistachio. It's seasonal, though, unfortunately.
I know. There's a lot of seasonal ones, right? All right. Well, we're about to step away for a moment while we do our over-the-air broadcast with a news update.
That's right. We'll be right back here on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon.
And I'm Jesus Martinez. Thank you so much for being here with us for this news update. Well, an investigation is underway this morning in Wills Point after a person was found dead with gunshot wounds inside a home yesterday evening. According to the Grand Saline Sun, Wills Point Police Chief Aaron Long said this happened on Bull Durham Road that's just north of town. Right now, investigators don't have any suspects or a clear motive, but we are expecting to learn more about this at a news conference at 9:30 this morning.
A multi-county chase ended after the wheels fell off a suspect's truck, and we've learned a 17-year-old was behind the wheel. Trinity police say the teen reached speeds of up to 100 miles per hour while avoiding spike strips. His truck came to a stop in Hardin County after being chased in Tyler, Polk, Houston, and Trinity counties. Thankfully, no one was injured in the chase.
Meanwhile, Panola County Sheriff is facing a citation after a crash in Tatum sent a woman to the hospital. According to our paper partners at the Tyler Morning Telegraph, police say Sheriff Ronald Cutter Clinton ran a stop sign last week and hit an SUV at the intersection of Highways 149 and 43. The driver was hospitalized but is expected to be okay. Clinton was not hurt and has been cited for this violation.
Well, this morning we are hearing from the wife of one of the survivors who was shot at an ICE facility in Dallas last week. The Dallas County Medical Examiner identified the man killed as 37-year-old Norland Guzmas Fuentes. Now, 2 other detainees were shot, including Miguel Angel Garcia, whose wife Stephanie Goffany says that he's a loving husband and a father to 4 children with another on the way. Goffany says she had no idea her husband was being transferred from the Tarrant County Jail to the ICE facility.
I really don't like seeing his picture around everywhere. It hurts me, I will tell you that. And I'd rather see my husband's picture on there, you know, for everyone to see, know who he is, and as a person, not just a victim, not just someone that was shot.
Officials say the gunman, 29-year-old Joshua John, opened fire from a nearby rooftop, targeting law enforcement officials. All right, let's get a check of your weather now. Certainly blue skies out there and not too bad as people head out.
Oh, no, not too bad either. We got those clear skies this morning. We'll start to get a little bit of cloud cover into the afternoon, so that'll add a little bit of texture to the sky. We'll have temperatures in the middle to upper 80s for this afternoon. Not only for here in Tyler, but across East Texas. We'll have temperatures actually over in Deep East Texas be a little bit more close to 90 degrees as you move further to the south, but majority of us will see middle to upper 80s. We're dropping down to the upper 60s to low 70s for tonight. We do have some clouds that will be right overhead, so we won't be dropping in our temperatures too much, but we'll have a better chance to see some middle to upper 80s, possibly near 90 degrees for your Tuesday, especially if you go further to the south. But a lot more of us will have that chance as we move into Tuesday. Upper 50s to low 60s, perhaps some upper 60s across Deep East Texas to start your Wednesday, then middle to upper 80s for your Wednesday. It's a very quiet 7-day forecast here. Lots of sunshine. Clouds come in on Tuesday, but temperatures in the middle to upper 80s.
Our news before you go this morning, we're expected to learn more details about a Wills Point shooting that happened yesterday evening. Wills Point police said they found someone that is inside a home with gunshot wounds. This happened on Bull Durham Road late last night. Investigators have not identified a suspect or a motive, but they do say they're working with the Texas Rangers and the Van Zandt County District Attorney's Office, and this case remains under investigation. That press conference, by the way, scheduled for 9:30 this morning.
And tragedy struck during a Sunday service in Michigan. Police say a gunman rammed a vehicle into a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township before opening fire and setting the building on fire. At least 4 people were killed and 8 others wounded. Officers shot and killed the suspect, identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford. Crews are still searching the burned-out church for possible additional victims.
And a government shutdown could come soon. Congressional leaders will meet later today with President Trump. As negotiations intensify ahead of tomorrow's deadline at midnight, Democrats say they will not support a short-term bill unless Affordable Care Act subsidiaries, that is, are extended. Republicans who control Congress still need 7 Democrats in the Senate to avoid a shutdown. Adding to the uncertainty, the White House Budget Office has told agencies to prepare for sweeping layoffs.
All right, let's get back into your weather. Before we start here, I just wanted to say something real quick. That shooting that happened in Michigan actually happened pretty close to home for me. That actually happened in the hometown that I grew up in Grand Blanc. So I just wanted to say, for my friends and family that are in Grand Blanc, I'm praying for you and I love you guys, and I'll continue to pray for you through this hard time. That was pretty close to home for me. But anyway, getting back into the weather for today, we're expecting temperatures in the middle to upper 80s for this afternoon, kind of a mix of clouds and sun, and we will continue to stay low in that humidity all the way through this week and into this weekend, potentially into next week as well. For tomorrow, we're expecting high temperatures in the middle to upper 80s, around 87 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, not a drop of rain possible into tomorrow. And as for the next 9 days after that, it's also going to be pretty dry. Temperatures increasing potentially to near 90, especially as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and Saturday will be just shy of that 90-degree mark. Still staying mostly sunny in the process, though. But we'll have that low humidity sticking around for quite some time, so it'll be pretty refreshing as we head into the next 10 days.
All right, Joel. Hey, real quick before we leave you this morning, we're going to get to some breaking news out of Smith and Grant County. We understand that part of Highway 31 right now is shut down right along that county line. This is going to be near the Country Tavern, if you're familiar with this area. Traffic heading eastbound is being diverted to County Road 245 North. We don't know exactly why the highway is shut down. We're still trying to contact officials to confirm exactly what happened, but we do know the Smith County Sheriff's Office is on scene, along with fire crews as well. Of course, once we learn more about what happened and once the road is open, we'll keep you posted on air and online.
But if you go that way to work or take the kiddos to school, make sure to be careful.
All right, well, first of its kind surgical robot is helping doctors at a children's hospital performing complex spinal surgeries with unprecedented precision. 16-year-old Rihanna Goroff, that is, recently had a rods and screws placed in her spine to correct her scoliosis, and the robot even guided every move to protect nearby nerves, blood vessels, and even the lungs. Just 2 months later, she is pain-free, back to stretching, as you can see, and preparing to return back to the track, proving that technology and medicine can make a real difference in everyone's lives.
I am so impressed by that surgery and by her. Look at her. She looks like she's moving great.
Right?
Oh,
that's
I love
impressive.
that.
Yeah. Thank goodness for technology and all the advances that we've had throughout the years. I had a roommate who had that surgery, and it was very, very difficult on her.
And she's a runner too.
Yeah.
She's excited to get back to it.
Oh yeah. No, I have my sister and I have actually had scoliosis. Not as bad as that, but it's really awesome to see all that kind of realign.
Me too. I've got it as well. But didn't have to have the rods, but still, you know, it's one of those
Same
things.
here. Yep.
So,
It is just one of those things.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for continuing your day with us here on Morning Y'all on CBS19 Plus. Make sure to catch the noon show coming up later this afternoon.
Keep it right here for the latest news and weather throughout the day, and you can see what's coming up on CBS 19 Plus on your screen right now. We hope you have a great morning.